What's up, guys? In today's video, we do some fun stuff. We continue to upgrade the shop and add some storage options and some accessories that just help organize and help to improve the workflow. These are great projects to do in between client builds. So in today's video, we're going to be making some clamp racks, a couple different kinds, a pretty good sized drill station for all of our battery-powered hand tools. We're finally going to put the stop blocks and the tape on our miter saw station that we built a few weeks ago. And we're even going to make a vacuum system upgrade to our miter saw and hope that will help us out some. So sit back, relax, and check it out. Let's go. So the first thing we're going to be making is just a real simple clamp rack. Now this is a rack that's going to hold C-clamps and a variety of other kinds. See, I'm just cutting out a basic shape on the outside. Nothing fancy, just wanted something simple. And the backer of this, backer board I should say, of this particular rack is a piece of shelving or something I had in my scrap wood pile. I'm not even sure what it came from. Just a simple little piece here. And I did nail these. I don't think I've got that on camera, but and now we're actually working on a rack for our bar clamps. Now again, I think I've mentioned in previous videos, I don't have a lot of clamps. I know there's the joke out there that you can never have too many clamps. I just don't need a lot of them at one time, and rarely have I ever ran into where I need more than what I've got. I do have 4 pipe clamps that I have just hanging on the cleat wall. It works great with just having them hang like they are, so I haven't had a need to make a rack for those. Not to mention they're really heavy. So here we're just gluing up some of our supports that the clamps will actually hang on. And of course, when you're doing this, you need to keep in mind the clamps you have and make sure you space out your little supports properly. Now we're just putting some braces underneath these support arms. Again, they don't have to be anything fancy, just something to add a little extra support so you're not just relying on glue and a few nails or screws into these arms that are coming out. So we created just some wedges with 45-degree angles on both ends. We'll put one underneath each arm, and that just provides plenty of support. All right, put them up here and see how it works. Now the one thing I may have done on that first clamp rack I did for the C-clamps and the various other ones is I might have made it not stick out quite as far. I was just thinking, I don't know what I'm going to end up putting on it down the road if I need it, so give myself plenty of space. There, I'm decided I've got a little bit of room on the outside. I'm going to go ahead and hang my straight edge up there too. And like a lot of the projects, all of these shop upgrades that I'm doing in this video are done using leftover scrap wood, pieces of plywood, things that I've got in the shop. I'm really trying to work through my scrap wood storage, if you want to call it storage. It's really just thrown around everywhere at this point. So here we're starting on our drill rack. Now, as you've seen in previous videos, I'm on the Ryobi system, if you want to call it that, and it's just something I got early on. My wife bought me a drill set with the drill and driver, and I just went ahead and kept buying the Ryobi stuff since I already had a few batteries for it. And there's a billion plans on Etsy and everywhere else for these different drill and battery storage cabinets, shelves. You can buy them out of wood, or you can buy them, they come in metal and various other materials. And even, I think each brand sells their own system that you can get to mount and hang up all the batteries and drills and various handheld tools. So, but it's kind of fun making it, and I didn't have any plans ahead of time. I literally just was doing it as I was going along, so it can be fun doing it that way. It can also cause you to, you know, waste a little wood sometimes, or not maximize the space you're using, but just kind of how I do things. And again, everything that I'm doing is just held together with glue and some brad nails. Once that glue hardens, it's rock solid anyways. I think we finally got a game plan at this point. Putting in a shelf. Now this is going to be the shelf for batteries or other things to sit on. And we got to figure out how wide we want the slots for the drills to hang. I don't have a ton of different drills. I've got one main drill, driver, that I use all the time, and then so I finally got a game plan going here and decided what I was doing. Like I said, you have to kind of just, what pieces of equipment or tools are you going to hang in here? I've got the drill, the impact driver. I want to be able to put my nail gun in there. I use that a lot. And then I've also got like a little flashlight that came in a kit that Ryobi sells during Christmas. Then I also have my angle grinder, which is the primary one I use. Runs on this battery platform. So all those things will need to be able to hang in this rack. And then I do have my primary orbital sander that I use is also on the Ryobi battery platform. And you'll see here in a minute, there's a section on the bottom right there that I thought I was going to mount that in. And I just, for whatever reason, couldn't wrap my brain around how I wanted to mount that. So I ended up just leaving it after trying to figure it out for a few minutes. And I've just got it sitting on the shelf now, but I may go back to that later and figure something out. But here I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna put in this angle grinder. I think I was trying to make it more difficult than it has to be. I was, measuring across the back to make sure I shot my screws or my brad nails straight down into those little dividers. Sometimes eyeballing it doesn't always work, so I was trying to be precise and measure. Yeah, and as you can see, I just scratched the complicated way of doing that and just made it simple where I can just hang it. Now we're working on the shelf for where the battery chargers are gonna sit. Currently I just have like a double charger for the Ryobi batteries and then a single charger for the same battery. Now I do have a few chargers for battery for the Ryobi lawnmower. So I'm gonna just hang those on the wall somewhere else since they don't go with any other of the actual woodworking or hand tools. But even the battery for my weed eater uses the same battery as the drills. But I did leave myself room for an extra charger or two in case I buy something different moving forward. Or, as you'll see later, I just ended up setting the sander up there until I figure something else out for it. I just put a little lip on there to keep the battery packs or the battery chargers from sliding forward. And then I come up with this little way to put the skill saw on there. Little thing's kind of handy. It doesn't have a lot of power, but it's good for thin material, thin plywood, things like that. And of course, quick and easy to use because of the size and it's battery powered. So I came with this little contraption here, way to hold up. And I did. You'll see with a skill saw, cut out the slot there for the blade to fit down in. And yes, you can tell it's not straight and square. I smoothed it out a little bit with a file, but And then we're just putting our pleat wall attachments on the back here. Again, I'm using scrap pieces to try to get all this done, so I didn't have one long piece left that I wanted to use and waste for that since it's not seen, so just put two smaller ones. But here we are, getting it loaded up. Then I left myself an extra slot for another driver or impact driver drill. And now we're actually working on the stop blocks. Again, scrap wood. I think this is some maple I had laying around, spalted maple, and we just made simple blocks. My camera died out when I was drilling holes, so you can see it slides in the T-track there. And then we got to put in this tape measure I bought for the stop block so we can get nice even measurements. This took me a second to kind of get it the distance correct to the blade, and then ran over to where the actual countertop starts. So I did the same thing with the block and the tape on the other side over there as well, to the right of the miter saw. But there we go, trimmed and neat. Now our final project for this video is we got the Shop Nation dust collector kind of parts to put on here to try to help get a little more suction and a little more of that dust collected up through the vacuum than what comes factory on this saw, which is horrible. And if you have this saw or pretty much any other miter saw, they're probably all pretty bad. And I did test this thing out several times, both a couple cuts on video and then many off of it, and it does collect quite a bit more than what the factory setup did, so I'm pretty happy with it. Alright, there you go. 5 pretty quick and easy shop upgrades to help with some organization and some storage issues. I've certainly got plenty more to go. I've got a lot of things I want to do still here in the shop to just help myself be more organized and keep everything a little cleaner. But I do got a few client builds I've got to focus on the next few weeks, and so we're going to get those done, make some videos out of them, and then when the time for that is finished up, we'll get back on doing some more shop upgrades and some little projects. So those are always fun. Hey, I want to thank you for hanging out with me. Please like and subscribe. It really helps me keep the channel going. It helps me continue to move towards this being just a full-time sustainable deal. And speaking of sustaining, you guys know that I am big in my faith, and I always like tying in anything I can, any projects I'm doing into Scripture. And so I've got one for you today that I want to leave you with. Psalms 54:4 says, "God is my helper, and the Lord is the sustainer of my life." And certainly if it wasn't for my relationship with Jesus and the changes that I've made over the past 10 years, I certainly wouldn't be able to spend time out in my shop building and creating with the beautiful wood that He's provided. And I certainly wouldn't be able to stand here and talk to you wonderful people through a camera. So again, I thank you for sticking with me. Thanks for watching. And there's a video right up here that YouTube thinks you'll like. Check it out. Y'all take care.